Hello everybody, Fixer here. I am super excited to show you guys Thomas Was Alone. This was developed and published by Mike Bithell back in 2012. He has since also published a game called Volume, a real interesting game you can get on Steam. Thomas Was Alone you can get on Steam as well. It's usually $10. You can often get it on sale for less than that. It's been in quite a few bundles and all that jazz. It's a story-driven game, but it's in a puzzle platformer. And it's really strange how they combine the two, how Mike Bithell combines the two. And he uses a narrator voiced by Danny Wallace, who, if you're British, you probably know who he is. If you're American, you probably don't. But he's done a lot of voices for Assassin's Creed. He did the narrator in Thomas Was Alone, and he did a voice, I think the main voice in Volume as well. And the narrator kind of gives a story to these objects in the game that you're using in the puzzle platforming, and etc., etc. Really interesting combination. This game has some of the best narration I've ever seen in a game, and I absolutely love the music. Now, if it sounds like something you might be interested in, just put it in the comment below. I've got an extra key for this. I'll give you a key so you can just play it yourself, because quite frankly, you should just play this game yourself. It's just that fantastic. I don't know how many episodes it's going to be. Maybe 15, 20 episodes? I don't know. I don't remember how long it took for me to beat it. It's not terribly difficult, the platforming. It's been a while. I played it back in like 2013, 2012, I don't know. Anyways, let's just jump right in. Put it in the comment below. First person who comments saying they want the key, they'll just get the key. And you guys can play the game yourself. Otherwise, I suggest you guys just buy this game. It's wonderful. I forgot its space. The program was a failure. People forget this. It was a massive flop. The coders started adding name strings to the AIs as a joke. Thomas AT20... Oh, I didn't get to read it all. I forgot that it's time.
Was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
So this is Thomas. He is a block, and this is what the game looks like. It is shapes, square shapes of different sizes and whatnot, and the narrator gives them personalities and whatnot. It's fantastic. I love it. I have to get used to the controls. They're a little bit awkward. I'm not playing on a controller on this. So the object is to get from one end of the map to the other and put yourself in that little white square. Simple as that.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
It's so adorable. I love it. I wonder if I can turn his voice up. No. Maybe the volume down a little bit. A little bit. I might have to up the volume in post-editing so you can hear the voice. Seems a little low to me. Anyways.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump.
So adorable. I love it.
A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
I don't know. I think the narration is fantastic.
The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect.
Oh no, I cut it off! I am so sorry. I gotta be careful about that. Some of them are a little late like that.
Actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
Might not.
It might have been paranoia.
So it's got this...
But Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No. Too obvious.
So it's got this minimalistic feel, and it's got these colorful backgrounds. Even though they're minimalistic, there's not a whole lot of detail to them. I love the colors, and the music just all brings it all together. It's just such a fantastic little package.
Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He made another mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided.
So these are little save points here. These little circles.
The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
It's getting lonely. Poor Thomas. Over here, I suppose? Maybe I should play this game with a controller. I don't know. I'm not used to a controller.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
I love the narration. It's just so, I don't know. It's just so cute. I submitted hundreds of bug reports. I told the idiot this would happen, overlapping scripts. More than one AI was bound to be spawned into an environment at some point. Turns out I missed the point. That little error changed everything.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
I love it. Alright, I gotta switch characters now. Alright, so this is Chris, and this is where you're gonna see where the complexity of the game increases. Now, I gotta get Chris into the square on the left, and Thomas into the square on the right. And Chris cannot get there on his own, so he needs Thomas's help in order to get there.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not actually. Not technically graceful, it's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Alright, so, oh boy, I gotta turn this down because that's gonna be really loud in post editing. That didn't seem like it did much, did it? Alright, so he can't get past this, so I gotta go to Thomas, who's down here. And I gotta come get my boy Chris. Oops. And I'm, oh my god, all the way to the bottom. You're gonna get a few of that. The game's not terribly hard, but it sometimes will make you pay if you make mistakes. think the sound effects may be a little loud too. There you go, Chris. Now let's get Thomas over in his spot. Oh, jeez.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Stairs! Alright, so I believe Chris can't get up there by himself, so he's got to use Thomas. And then I got to get Thomas up here. Rinse and repeat.
Great, great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Were they trying to say something? I think my game might be bugged. There's been this little noise at the end of levels.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Oh no, I missed it. So, I just think it's fantastic how they've given these personalities to what essentially is a square and a rectangle. Oh my god. And you'll see that throughout the game that they have these personalities and they are, you know, people or whatever you want to call it, an entity, whatever. Oh, this is ridiculous. When I hit that last one, it doesn't have enough time for me to jump, so I almost feel like I have to do that. Okay, so I was right. Been a long time since I played it. Years. Alright. Easy peasy.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Oh no! Can I get across that? I might need Chris's help. Or I'm sorry, Thomas. Thomas is the red rectangle. I do. Right there? I can get across this, right? Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go. Alright, get a move on, Thomas. We got work to do. Oh, that was close. No! Oh god, that was close. There we are. Alright. Oops, I dropped in there. That was not good. Ooh, I didn't think I was gonna make it. There we go. See? Did you hear that? I heard that.
John knew. He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
Alright, so here's John! The long, tall, yellow, blocky guy. So he goes here. We gotta get Thomas there. And then get Chris there. Bam!
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from, anyway?
How can you not love that? It's just so great. Such a brilliant idea. To get you to care about these stupid shapes.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome. Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use. Time to show those little dots how it was done.
Show him, John.
John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You could tell from the sympathetic expression he'd practiced in the mirror all these years.
And he can't get by there. Oh, that was close. So Chris needs Thomas's help to get up here. And one more. No problemo. How about down here? He probably needs help right there, I would assume. And let's get Chris over there. He's just so slow and chubby. And he gets to go through here. And let's get John on his little spot. And let's get Thomas over there. Oh, I need Thomas. Or I need, John. There we go. Alright, we need to... I think...
John was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Everybody needs a purpose. Especially John. Alright, how am I going to get up here? Alright, so I gotta get both of them on top of John. There we go. Oh, I guess I need Thomas up here as well. And Christopher, can I? Okay, I can. And I'm gonna have to get John up here again. There we go. Alright, now we need to get him up there somehow. Let's do Christopher first, since he's the most, Immobile is the right word? I don't know.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
I love it. It's so adorable. Okay, I don't know what I want to do here. I think I want to get this guy on the ledge. Go! There we go. Thomas's turn. John's turn. Everybody's happy.
The angry orange one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
Christopher is unlikable. Poor Christopher. Really? I can't get up there either? Alright, John probably needs to go up here first. Then Thomas. Then Christopher. And Thomas again. Oh, that was close. How about John? Perfect. And they're all safe. Did you hear that? I heard it. I definitely heard it.
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing. John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph.
I think what I need to do is this. Oh, that was a boo-boo. And move them over. Take it nice and easy. Bingo!
Maybe that's what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance even more impressive. John liked the thought. He decided to keep them.
Alright, so I think I need to do... Oh, so that wasn't what I needed to do. I need to do this. And drop them down there. What? Oh, Christopher, get in there. And he's dead. Oh, damn it. Gonna move on, Thomas. You got people waiting on you. And that's it for Thomas Was Alone. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.